I guess that was not
What? I'm not a cutter.
no.
She was referencing Psycho. The movie
Oh,
Psycho.
Can I
in
be
the shower-
psycho? Yeah.
The shower scene.
Oh, shower scene. Where you go?
The movie Psycho?
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you heard me and Mandy in the shower that night. Oh, okay.
No.
Well,
No.
That was that's two mistakes in a row. There's not going to be a third. I'll just stick with good friends and family.
Amen. Now you
But
get
if
to
I'm that hard up, I'll go to the bunny ranch.
take me.
Because
with-
I feel like I'm
Can
going
you
to get.
take me with you?
I feel like I'm going to get a good health
I
report.
need a
With everything going
vacation
on,
in
I think the
Nevada.
doctor's going to. If I was really, really bad, he'd say bring someone. If you're not.
right.
And I think he's about ready to surprise me. At least about the tumor thing.
Right.
Now you can't do anything about the brain, but that's at least gives you 5 to 7 years before you go nuts. But I'm already nuts. What's that? Are we on?
He's yeah,
We're live?
the whole
Yeah.
time. Shower, everything.
Oh, great. Sorry to our listeners.
Now you know what we talk about
I
before.
told
the
you to
show.
tell me, Adam.
I did.
I didn't hear you.
I think
That probably just violated FCC violation.
we're not live on air though. Just the Facebook.
Okay.
Can you go into the other room and check on your phone and see if the audio's fine?
I'm
What was
turning
that?
mine off after we take our
Okay.
picks. Yep. You want to do that first, and then we'll make sure our phone tones are turned both
No,
phones off.
mine's off.
You want to use mine then? I want a profile picture. A profile picture with Adam, you, and me in it.
Okay.
Yeah. You go to portrait. Do that real quick. All right, I'm getting there. I'm going to take a bunch, okay? Think about how funny it is that a duck has a corkscrew wiener. You know my great grandma.
Actually, shit.
Do you know my great
I
grandma?
didn't know that.
Did you know my great grandma told me? I don't know. I don't.
I didn't
There's
know
an old
that.
man.
It's 10 o'clock.
Let's go.
We got a minute, and then we're gonna go live.
Let me turn this on. We might need to take.
We'll tell you later when I learn that.
Can we take pictures afterwards too before we leave? Because
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, we're rushing right now, and I want a good picture of all three of us because you got my family now.
Well, we have to eat dinner around. We have to break
I
bread.
mean, you've been family, but I mean, I seriously no. You know, you have entered my life. We've experienced things together that I never thought I'd see.
We've got 30 seconds.
For good luck.
I didn't bring my glasses. How do I look? There you go.
And welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another episode of Real Talk on 92.5 WLSD The Vault. Friday, August 8th, 2025 at 10:03 p.m. on this lovely Friday night. Join with me tonight, Casey, producer Lana. Thank you for joining.
Hey,
Hey, hello.
happy Friday. Friday.
Yes.
Happy full moon. It's a sturgeon moon. I don't know what
It's a
sturgeon
beautiful moon
means.
tonight. It's,
I don't
it's
know.
But
They say
I know it's the sturgeon moon.
you know the only reason I know the moon is because I lived in Florida and it controls the tides, and that's basically dictates when you can catch the most fish. So I
So
don't
you-
know what it means either.
So you always learn something on the show tuning in. And if those that didn't know that, check us out on the social medias. That's the Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, the Other People's Show. You might think we're going to be diving into a different movie just from the opening song. But if you know movies, then you know tonight is the movie Airplane.
Oh, favorite.
And Casey had said this was a favorite. Lana said earlier she had seen this movie about 20 times.
Yes.
And I got to be honest with you all, I didn't admit this beforehand, but this was the first time that I've actually seen this movie all the way through.
And
All the way
and-
through.
All the way through.
Because
So you have to wait to the end of the show before I give what I think.
All right. I'll-
You
Don't
watched
say.
it partially at least one time previous because I insisted.
Well, you partially you can't.
Well, yeah, that's true. About 2 weeks ago, I guess, right? Two weeks ago, week before last.
I think it was more like a month or so ago.
We did watch the first part of it, and I did fall asleep.
Well,
So,
What?
and I
All right.
well, it was late at night. I mean, it was late.
He's sleeping.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't. I didn't fall
No,
asleep.
it's-
I didn't fall asleep because
How
of the movie.
could you?
I know that's
I'm rubbish.
Clarence Over would be
Yeah.
very disappointed.
Yes.
But it was so we revisited, and I had seen scenes before, but today actually was the first time that I've seen it all the way through.
I mean, there's so many classic cameos in that movie.
Yeah.
and
and
quotes.
Quotes. I
Today,
mean, I still
really,
use those
I mean-
quotes today,
So do I.
and people are like, "Airplane." You know, they know
Yeah.
it's a
If they know, they know.
it's
they
a
know.
Airplane 2. This is
If
funny.
you know, you know.
Airplane 2 is funny too.
I mean, what do you think the most popular line of this movie is?
What's your opinion, Elena? You give one, and I'll give mine.
The most popular line
Sorry,
the
Adam.
movie.
What happened?
I think something just popped out of the mic here.
Oh,
There we
I
go.
don't know, like the biggest one that I found funny when I was younger, and it's probably not the most popular or anything, and they're like, have you seen the news? And it's like, yes, they don't sell at Penny's. And then you have that character that's coming in all the time. What's his name? Somebody help me out here.
Ted Stryker.
Yes.
yeah, Ted Stryker.
Yes,
Yeah.
where he's just popping up and just saying random stuff, and then they're like, "Have you seen the papers?" And it's like, "Yes, there's a sale at Penny's." That's probably one of the most.
Oh well, is that? Are you talking about the guy at the end when he pulls the plug on the?
Yes,
now
but
that-
the
that-
whole time
That wasn't Ted Stryker.
okay. Then
Ted Stryker was the pilot that
okay,
landed.
no. The guy in
Yeah.
the cockpit,
You can make a head
Not
or a
cockpit,
brooch
but
or
like
a.
Was it Captain
Air
Clarence?
No, it wasn't Captain Clarence. It was the guy that worked in the air traffic control tower that was always making like jokes and like Lloyd Bridges went up to him and said, "How about a cup of coffee, Johnny?" And he said, "No, thanks." And then at the end, the climax, when that plane finally lands,
Right.
he pulls up like a plug out of an outlet, and all the lights go off, and everyone freaks out, and he plugs it back in, and he goes, "Just kidding," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just
the just kidding,
Stupid
like,
funny.
It's just stupid funny.
Right.
He would just pop in and say one
These
sentence
random lines.
that were like taglines. Adam, you should have really helped me out here. He had balding hair. He had,
I don't.
He just
Did you
pops
have?
up.
Do we have a list of the actors?
Gunderson? Was it Gunderson?
It was the bald. It was the no. It wasn't. Was he bald?
Yeah, Gunderson.
Yeah.
He's bald.
Okay.
Yeah, Gunderson.
So
He's
it's
got
Gunderson.
like yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Gunderson.
Jonathan Banks is who plays Gunderson.
Yep.
Jonathan Banks. If you are out there, I am
Johnny
so-
Gunderson,
Yes.
because he was always asking Lloyd Bridges.
Yeah.
Lloyd was always, that. I can't even go on. I mean, it's every scene I have visually imprinted in my head. But
Well-
yet I lose my wallet every day.
Well, this is about after a crew becomes sick with food poisoning, a neurotic ex-fighter pilot must safely land a commercial plane full of passengers. That's basically, and if you didn't know this, I had, let's see, earlier today when watching it, I actually made notes on a sheet
Uh-oh.
of paper.
We've got somebody that prepared.
So,
Oh,
Producer,
That's
what do you
good.
think of that?
so yeah. I've got
I
some-
had.
Why is your name Adam?
yes.
Well, today I'm the host, so I'm not prepared.
And I'm
I
co-host.
actually
She's
had
my
to
boss.
work, go to a funeral.
Now, there was a
Yeah.
couple of things that I did like about the movie. We'll get into it a little bit later. But this movie was originally pretty much the plot from a 1957 movie called 0 Hour.
Really?
Yes.
I
Yes.
didn't never
And
knew that.
the plot
No.
of 0 Hour, no.
I'm writing it down because I want to watch it.
We both are.
Oh, because they had to secure the rights and they purchased 0 Hour, the rights to it, so they owned it for $2,500 because they didn't want to get sued by the people that made 0.
There's no way
Hour.
that movie could have been as funny and as.
Well, 0 Hour was serious.
I was gonna say
It was the
there
exact
no
same
way.
plot, but serious.
Okay.
Even down to being poisoned by the fish.
So this
Right.
is a spoof off of a 1957 movie.
Yes.
I
Never knew.
that.
Yes.
I
I
never,
never
knew that.
knew that.
Yeah.
And that's what probably makes it such a classic because movies back in the 50s were movies.
Yeah,
It didn't have AI.
they weren't
it didn't
movies;
have,
they were films.
yeah, they didn't
They
have
were-
AI.
Well,
They
they
had the
originally
grit and the
also,
work
and
and
this is a
the-
little more in the facts part of the show, but they originally wanted this movie to be in black and white. That was originally how
that
they
would-
intended.
Mm.
And I don't think that would have worked because it wasn't
No.
in that time period.
No.
If the movie took place in the 50s,
Yes.
it could be black and white. But this was in 1980, so shot in 79. So black and white wouldn't have worked.
How do you
Really at
feel
all.
about though watching black and white movies that are older? Do you like the Christmas stories? How about It's a Wonderful Life? Let's say.
I honestly,
Does it bother you, or Schindler's List? Does it bother you to watch a
If
black and white?
if it's a modern movie made in black and white for an artistic reason, I can accept it. But I'm not saying all, but I'm not really fond of movies as much before the 70s.
I have not been to a movie theater at least in 10 years
Really?
because
Really?
I
You don't support the cinema.
well no I do but
Has there just not been anything appealing?
I have the new movies. I think the last movie I saw was Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Angelina Jolie and
Oh, I don't like that movie. On
Well,
Mr. and
I'm
Mrs.
just-
Smith? That
yeah,
was
that was the
movie?
last movie I saw. I think.
That was 20 years ago.
Okay, so no, then
That was 2005.
oh no, Step Brothers.
That was 2008.
Yep. So that's what.
See, that was-
No, I went to Jackass 3 and what was it? It was Jackass 1, then 2.5, and then there was 3, and then there was another one, and I went to the last one. And I was like, I went solo. I have no problem going to movies solo.
No, I don't either.
People are like, I don't want to go alone. That's the best time to go because
I've been more times alone than I have with
yeah,
someone.
you know,
We'll get back to the movie we're talking about. But
Yeah, sorry.
I just want to interject here and say, Jackass, those movies. I haven't seen a single one.
I haven't either.
I have urinated in my pants from laughing so hard at those movies. I'll just say that.
Interesting.
No,
You'll have
I'm
to
using
get-
that as
yeah,
a figure of speech.
yeah.
But, you know, I have to watch what you say. You can't say you know. But
Let me see
I
what
was
this
saying, you know, you try to use. Yeah, that's not the movie we're talking about. We're talking about Airplane.
No, I said let's just stop right there because you mentioned it, and I was like,
Yeah, then we could go way off on that one too. So let's stay on topic.
Well, this
We
is
are
pretty.
writing down Casey's score of his taste in music, and right now we're at
No movies.
3 films, music, movies.
I like comedies, guys.
3.7.
Comedies.
And I don't even put down comedies, but I did say to Lana a few nights ago, I said, I wonder if I'm too serious now to do a comedy movie. Didn't I say something like that?
No,
You
Does
did.
affect-
you
There's
could do
something
a
to that
comedy
effect.
movie. You could do a comedy movie.
I mean, we have done comedies on the, you know, we did the, what was the last one? Romy Michelle. We've done Bill and Ted. We've
Yeah.
done Bedazzled.
But this one is actually hilarious. The one we're doing right now was one that I watched over 20 times.
That's what you had
as
said.
a child.
Now, how many times have you seen this,
I
Casey?
have seen this movie over 20
Airplane?
times.
Yes.
Probably over 100.
Over 100.
Yeah, because I mean, when I got
like
injured
I,
at
I
a
actually,
job, and
I actually believe that because it's such
I can quote every line.
Is this
Yes,
the movie
it's
that you've seen the most out of any movie?
Comedy wise?
Any movie?
Yes. The second would be Animal House, but the Airplane was number one.
yes.
And
We rewatched it because it was
what this?
the first spoof movie I think that ever existed.
I
And
don't
now
know
that
if
you
it's
tell us that there was a real spoof to a real movie, that makes it even more interesting because we didn't
And
know
it
that.
wasn't just I can't wait to hear the budget of this movie because there were so many famous actors. You know what I mean?
Right.
That came on board and they had just like one line cameos, and that was it.
I mean, this was me before we get called out. This wasn't the first spoof movie. That's 1905, The Little Train Robbery.
That's true.
But
I
there
remember
are
seeing the clip of that.
But we're not 120 years old.
no, I understand. But I'm saying like let's go back to the 70s, and then 74 we had Blazing Saddles. That
Yeah,
was a
that
big
was a great
one.
movie. Great.
We had the
True,
Monty
true,
Python
true,
movies in the
true,
70s.
True.
So
I
this-
stand corrected, Adam. Thank you.
Well, I'm not trying to correct you,
Well,
but I know
and-
that people will correct us. They'll be like, "What kind of a movie show are you?"
Well, the Blues Brothers was filmed in '79. You know what
Yes.
I mean?
And then you also have, which is kind of produced by this team, Jim Abrams, David Abrahams, David Zucker, Jerry Zucker. They were originally performers.
Yeah.
And they wrote this movie, Airplane. They couldn't sell it. So Jim Abrams, they were kind of brought on because they knew John Landis, and they made the movie and produced Kentucky Fried Movie, which led to them being able to make this movie themselves.
Now wait a minute. Is this the same guy that produced or directed? What was it called? Oh, it was such a great movie.
Well, this movie was directed by 3 people.
Right, but I want to say, did he have anything to do with Naked Gun?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, Zucker.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. That's probably 3.
Yeah. So some
Right.
of the movies they did the Hot Shot series. They did the Top Secret with Val Kilmer. They did the Naked Gun series. I don't know if you remember this spoof from the 90s called Mafia.
Yes.
They did that. What else did they do? If let's see, Naked Gun 2.5.
That was a good one.
Robin Hood Men in Tights, Fatal Instinct,
That was a good one,
That Man in
too.
Tights was great.
Naked Gun 33.5, Dracula Dead and Loving It, Spy Hard, High School High. The list goes on and on and on.
That's impressive.
Wrongfully Accused.
That's like a John Hughes resume. You know what I mean? Like, because
Yeah.
those were all great movies.
I mean, so many great ones. So many great ones. So this was like a comedic geniuses putting their minds together, and they all were like, let's make this movie. And this has a cast of. They wanted a cast that was mainly known for serious movies. They didn't want a cast that had comedic actors. So that's why you get a lot of people like Robert Stack. And if you know Robert Stack, he is, I would say for me anyway, he's best known, other than this movie, he's best known for the voice on Unsolved Mysteries.
And can I say a quick note on Unsolved Mysteries? When that song came on in the 80s, my parents would watch it. And I don't know when that actually started, but the song came on and scared me so bad
It was a scary song.
that I would run straight to my bedroom and under the mattress.
I
Or
would too.
under the sheets.
I don't think it was Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah, this.
for me.
Oh,
And they tell the worst parts of the stories. Like, this person did this and this.
Can we switch it to Rescue 911? Because that was so much more like immediate.
Yeah,
You're gonna die.
right.
You're gonna die.
Right. William Shatner.
Not,
hosted
we
that.
don't know what happened. This is you're gonna die.
Do you know, I resuscitated a dog that was dead, that got hit by an airbag. And
Oh man.
I learned how to do mouth to snout resuscitation watching Rescue 911 as a kid. A deer had gotten
Yeah.
hit by a car and it was pregnant, and the guy delivered the baby on the side of the road and the deer ran away by giving the mother or the baby mouth to snout when he got it out of the mother, and the baby jumped up on his legs and ran away.
wow.
So then I did the same thing to a Yorkshire Terrier about 30 years later that I thought was dead. And I was doing it for the little girl that owned it,
Yeah.
and I was just trying to, you know.
I don't want to do this, but I'm going
Yeah.
to because it's
And after like the
necessary.
third time, his eyes popped open. I'm like, what? Yeah, but this song terrified me.
I was terrified of it, and I was terrified of the show half the time.
I would have nightmares about the cases, and so mom and dad would at one point said, "We're not watching this
No,
anymore."
no more.
Because I would wake them up and be like, "Argh!" You know. But
Well-
William Shatner's voice and the way he would come out in like a cloud of fog, and it was perfect.
Yes.
It was perfect.
Yes.
You know what I mean, for the time being.
So you've got Robert Hayes as Ted Stryker,
Mhm.
and he's been in. I don't know if I know a lot about him, to be honest with you. Later in his life, I mean, this was his first movie.
It was, and I don't think he had many more after that. I think that was like a one-hit wonder guy, but I know he had a couple, maybe independent films afterwards because I've seen him in a few.
The only thing that I'm looking at, he was in Airplane 2, the sequel.
Mhm.
I'm looking through his IMDb right now.
I
He
may
was
be
in
wrong.
he was in a Richard Gere movie in the year 2000, Dr. T and the Women. And he was in superhero movie. I'm sure he played himself, and paranormal movie, which he directed that one in 2013.
Paranormal? He directed that?
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
That's
Yeah.
impressive.
And that one, paranormal movie, which is a spoof of Paranormal Activity, has Chris Farley's brother, Kevin Farley, as one of the lead, and Eric Roberts,
Hey, that's my brother. No, I'm just kidding.
Thomas Sizemore, and so that's kind of a big
Tom
movie, but-
Sizemore is a very good actor too. Was he not in Platoon?
Yeah,
And also
he was on Born in the Fourth of
Major
July.
League. Major League?
No,
No, I'm thinking
he
of
was
somebody
in.
else.
He was in Born on the Fourth of July, Pastor 57. True,
Oh, okay.
True Romance,
Yep.
Striking Distance.
I know. Yep.
Oh, that's true.
Heat, and
I don't know who my favorite actor on Airplane was though. I would want to say probably Leslie Nielsen.
I mean, that's probably. I mean, you've got Julie Haggerty, and she's been in a lot of things. This is one. She was also known as a serious actor, as was Leslie Nielsen before this movie. She was in Airplane 2. What About Bob? She's the wife, if
Right.
you remember that. And she was in the Christmas Story, a Christmas Story in 2022.
See, I haven't seen that, so I'll have to see that.
Oh yeah, she's in an underrated Oliver Stone movie called U-Turn. She plays Flo, the waitress, and she's also Tom Green's mom in Freddy Got Fingered. I forgot about that.
Oh, I forgot all about that movie.
I did too. Well, I mean, I didn't forget
I
about
forgot
that.
about Tom Green.
Oh yeah, really?
I mean, I really just did. I remember that
me
show.
and Tom Green go way back.
Yeah, I remember Tom Green. Like that was my favorite show.
Orlando's met him too.
I actually have.
Have
He
you
was-
really?
He,
How is he in person?
did he bum a cigarette for me?
Yes.
Or he bummed a
No,
cigarette?
or did you get one
Do
from
you
him?
smoke?
No.
No, I think he might have bummed one,
Special occasion.
or you may have. I don't remember.
No, is it? No, it doesn't matter. It's awesome that you got a chance to meet him.
And I've met him like 4 times.
How? In what capacity could you meet somebody like that 4 times?
Well, I've seen him in stand up a few times, and then when I was in Long Beach, he was doing his Tom Green show like independently, just on the web, and I was the guest at his on his show. Well, not on his show, but at his show. And we got to record like 3 episodes with him. So yeah, he's been pretty cool.
You know,
He's never remembered me, but Landon can attest to last time he did seem to think that he did have met me before.
Tom Green, he stopped, and somebody else came up to me, talked to him, and he stopped mid-sentence, and he's another fan, and he looked back at you, and he said, "Excuse me, what's your name again?"
that's pretty awesome.
Because we had met, I mean, but it had been years and years before. Like, you know, the first time I think was 2010, 2014, 2015.
That's impressive.
and then
That's a blessing.
Yeah.
I remember when I was 15 and I shook President Bill Clinton's hand.
Right.
I that changed my life. He came in this. I was invited to a. Anyway, let's talk about Airplane. We can talk about that stuff. But anyway, I
You
was
have
just
to-
talking about handshakes. Is how
You have to tell. I'll have to write that story or
Handshakes
tell the
about-
story.
handshakes about famous people. It does something to you.
Right.
You know, you remember it for the rest of your life.
You do. You really do. Yeah, I guess I would say Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
I guess he would be my favorite. One of my favorites in this movie. But see, for me to be honest, everything that I've seen Leslie Nielsen be in has
It's
been
been hilarious.
kind of like this.
He's got that serious
demeanor, like
the-
that deadpan delivery.
but he is so good
Yeah.
at like this. And this movie proves before Naked Gun how talented he really was.
This was his first comedic role,
Right, and he was.
And that
one-
led to a whole secondary career.
Yeah,
If you
I
think
mean,
about it.
remember he married Dorothy from the Golden Girls. That was who she decided to marry when they ended the series.
Oh yeah, that's
it was
right.
Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah, that's right.
And that was a serious role.
Yeah.
I actually have a different take. I'm actually going to take the female role. So Elaine Dickinson,
Okay.
her role is that soft-spoken, like
Yeah.
I am just here and naive and all of this, and he's chasing her
The whole movie.
the whole movie.
From the very
I
beginning
actually
of the
think
movie.
I
You wanna
actually
take
think
it
I
down
actually
smoking
think
or smoking?
she's downplayed a lot
She
in
is.
reviews because like she is probably if you see the other ones, the pilots, obviously main characters. She is a main character.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's in the cockpit with Ted Stryker more than the Captain Over was.
Yes, that's true.
And they also had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yes.
And, you know, I mean, how many more actors could you get? They did it perfectly. But if you
Yeah.
asked my favorite actor on this movie, and it was a cameo, and it was who? I told you the other day. It was Leave It to Beaver's mom, who came over to interpret
June
Jive.
Cleaver.
June Cleaver. Excuse me, stewardess. I speak Jive.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then she
I mean,
goes
what?
into that talk and
Then
all,
we're talking about June Cleaver.
Yeah.
here,
and
you know
go
what I mean?
back and forth.
Yeah.
And then she talks
Speaking
well,
like
and
that.
she's talking to him, and she's like, "Just hang loose, bud. She'll be back with the medicine." And this is
Like you didn't expect that coming
No.
from her at all.
No,
It's
you-
so out of left
Uh-uh.
field, and she nailed
and
it.
then they get mad at her because they think that she thinks they're dumb.
Right.
She ain't talking no dumb. And fool want to be a fool, be a fool. And she walks back to her seat. You know, it's like that was it, and it was like a 10-second clip.
Yep.
But there's so many of those clips
Yeah.
that are
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, there really are. A few facts. We've got Aero Mexico was the only airline to buy the movie for their in-flight entertainment. So no other airplane, company.
So here we have the Mexicans helping us.
Yes.
Well, do you
Yes.
remember in the movie
In
they
a
showed
major way.
they showed the video on the movie of the plane crashing into
Yes.
the ground and
Yes.
catching fire, and it's like, yeah, that's probably why.
So as we said earlier, Jim Abraham, David Zucker, and Jerry Zucker chose actors such as Robert Stack, Lloyd Bridges, Peter Graves, and Leslie Nielsen because of their reputation for playing no-nonsense characters. Until this movie, these actors had not done comedy, so their, quote, straight arrow persona and line delivery made the satire of the movie all the better.
Yeah, they are absolutely no nonsense.
Because if you
because
have
they're full
co-
of nonsense.
If you have comedic actors taking this part, they're going to put the way that the audience has known
That's right.
before.
That's right.
Like, for example, Adam Sandler typically does Adam Sandler comedy.
Right.
Jim Carrey does Jim Carrey ones.
Clint Eastwood
Yes.
does his thing. And,
So if you get actors that aren't used to being in this kind of role, playing it serious, then you're with this kind of undertones of slapstick. You've got some surreal humor. You've got slapstick. You've got running jokes, dark humor.
I'm trying to think of like a serious actor right now that's famous that would be equivalent to what they did back then. And I can't, but back then there were
Maybe Jack Nicholson.
no, I'm talking
That-
about
that's
like younger, the
something.
younger generation of actors. Maybe the guy that was on Saturday Night Live that did the commercials and stuff afterwards. That
Norm
Pete
Macdonald.
Davidson.
Oh, Pete Davidson.
He could probably do a serious role. You know what I mean? And a comedy role. Like that's somebody who could probably do it.
Adam, have you seen Pete Davidson live?
I have seen Pete Davidson live.
How was it?
You know what? Lena had the chance to go.
I did.
I had an extra
and I
ticket,
did not.
and she didn't go, so I went by myself.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, he wasn't extremely funny, but he was entertaining. So I thought it was worth my time. No, I mean, he did say some funny things,
Right.
but his storytelling was pretty decent.
Right.
And but I wondered if it was more the stories he had to tell,
Right.
well, instead of his delivery. But I thought it was,
Well, I mean,
It's
I was just curious.
yeah,
You know,
wasn't a bad time.
did you know that when Airplane was first released, everyone thought it was going to be a flop?
Yeah, yeah. Now you were mentioning earlier that the this is another fact. According to Blu-ray commentary, the song "Staying Alive" was sped up by 10%.
What?
For the dance scene of the
Yeah.
movie.
In the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And permission from the Bee Gees had to be granted for them
Are you
to speed up.
serious?
But the Bee Gees said, yeah.
And the Bee Gees are known for saying you're not using our music.
But they liked it enough to say,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
you can use it.
Thank you, Andy Gibb.
And the first 2 days of the movie's gross covered the entire budget of the movie, which was $3.5 million.
And the budget compared to movies being made in that era was considerably low.
Yeah.
And you have yet A-list actors all over the place.
All over the place.
You had that woman in the mental hospital scene screaming. She was Ethel Merman.
Yeah.
I mean, how many more? It's a great movie. I mean, they really did their homework when it came to getting as many famous names in there to do like cameos
Mm-hmm.
and not necessarily roles, but just 10-second cameos.
Yep.
And that's what makes movies really good.
Now, as I said, it was $3.5 million was the budget. The gross in America was $83.4, but I've since learned the worldwide gross was $171 million.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
So the movie was almost entirely profit, and this was $171 million in 1980.
Well, do they
money.
still get
Remind me-
royalty?
I'm not sure
Do
about
the
that.
actors that are alive still get royalties?
I bet they do. They probably do.
Because they show that movie more on TV than any other movie it seems.
Well, this is one of the highest on Rotten Tomatoes, although Rotten Tomatoes wasn't around back then, at a 97% positive. This was one of the highest,
I agree.
right up there with the Menu. That was one of the
The
highest ones.
menu is very good.
I gotta
too,
watch
so,
that.
like,
I've
yes.
never seen it.
You've got an audience score of 89 and IMDb of 7.7. So you all want to get into a little bit of the plot of the movie?
Do you remember the first scene when Ted Stryker was the taxi driver
Yes.
and he pulls up to get a lane and he got a cab fare going and he keeps instead of leaving it off, he turns it on and runs in and then gets on the plane and does the whole thing. And then at the end of the movie, the last scene, the guy's still sitting there and the number of the amount of money he
It's
owes
like-
is like $10,000.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, that's one of the ongoing jokes that I really liked
Yeah.
because if you think back, you've forgotten about this throughout the movie, but when it goes back, you're like, oh yeah,
Yep.
he did leave him sitting there.
That's factual in real life. What it would do to you if you did that.
If you were truly in love and you wanted and you broke up and your better half was flying away and you were a cab driver, I can see it.
That's what you would do.
I can see it.
I do, yeah,
You follow your heart, right?
yeah, you do. No, I did like the opening. The very opening shot was of like the plane in the sky but it looks like a fin going through the clouds as the Jaws theme music was kind of playing. I thought that was fun.
Right.
And it kind of sets the tone for the movie. And then you have like when the announcers, they're kind of bickering with one another.
Well, what was funny is the two there was a male airport and a female
Yes.
airport announcement.
Yes.
And then they started talking about things that should not be
Yes.
talked about on airport, loudspeaker.
The one
But
thing
that
that
was
was funny,
funny. It wasn't bad. It was
No.
just
and this was
funny.
only a PG rated movie as
Yeah.
well.
so it wasn't bad. But
No.
It was a love story.
Yes.
It was a love story.
it was because he got her back.
He got her back.
He did.
all
He
of
saved the
things.
day.
It might
He
have
had
been
a drinking
it
problem.
was a-
Did you notice that?
Yeah.
He had a drinking problem.
And didn't his stories happen to like kill a lot of people?
That's one of my favorite things. My favorite one is the guy that has poured the gasoline on him, gotten the match out when Ted Stryker's telling him his love story,
Yeah.
like the Arabic guy. I
Yeah.
think he had a turban and stuff on. and
I think he was.
somebody comes up to Ted and says, "Can you fly this plane?" And he agrees to, and the guy next to him who's covered in gas with the match is like, "Mhm." But then as Ted Stryker goes up to the cockpit, something must have happened because you hear a big kaboom.
Yeah. I do remember that.
But
And there's
the-
a lot of good sight gags in this movie too, throughout the entire movie. I mean, you've got the blow up doll.
Everybody get into crash position,
Yes.
and they just
Yeah.
start.
and
It's very
well,
funny.
yeah,
And you've got the running gag where where they're trying to like get people to join their religion or something.
well, when Robert Stack is, what's funny about that too is remember when the kid goes from the airport to pick up Robert Stack to bring him back to Lloyd Bridges.
Yeah.
That he gets attacked by a golden retriever, the guy that goes into Robert Stack's house. Then they drive away, and the view behind Robert Stack driving, he hits people, and
Yeah, I forgot about
yeah,
that.
that was funny.
That was a good sight gag as well. And then, like we said, 0 hour 1957. That was a lot of the notes that I just wrote down. So we went over characters. What about your all's favorite scenes?
I got in trouble over my favorite scene at the age of what, 7?
Yeah, you tell me this story.
Okay.
I think everybody should hear this.
So my mom used to work in the 80s for U.S. Airways,
Okay.
which meant my brother, my father, and my mother and myself could fly free anytime, anywhere.
Okay.
And my parents were amazing to do so, and we went to some real cool places. But we were always in airports. And Airplane has always been my favorite movie, even from the age of like 5.
Yeah.
So any airport you go into, there's phones on the wall, right?
Yes.
I would pick up the phone and ask the operator to page Captain Clarence over. And then at about the same time, my mom and dad realize I'm missing. And then they're looking for me. And where am I at? On a white courtesy phone. And they grab me and say, hang that up. And as we're walking back towards our gate, of course you hear U.S. Airways paging Captain Clarence over, white courtesy phone. They still do that, or in the 80s. My dad got so annoyed after a while of me doing that, that if there was a phone, he pushed himself in front of the phone and kept, you keep going. But it was funny because people in the airport that have seen that movie
Yes.
heard that. And what would make it more funny is if they knew a 7-year-old boy is the one
Was
that
making-
did it.
making
what
the
I mean?
call.
Like, yeah,
That's so
7-year-old out of control boy that sees a phone in an airplane, and that's it. I'll do it today. I still do it.
I triple dog dare you.
Fly me somewhere. I'll
Fly
do
you
it.
somewhere. Okay.
Well, no, we'll fly together. All three of us will fly.
find a cheap flight just for you
How
to
about
get
this?
on the white courtesy
We
phone.
can get a cheap
Paging?
flight from Tri-Cities down to Punta Gorda, Florida. I'll take all three of you, and when we're at Tri-Cities,
Captain Clarence over.
yes,
Definitely.
and we'll record it and we'll put it online.
Yeah, let's do that.
Mhm.
What about you, Landon? What was one of your favorite scenes?
One of my favorite scenes, this is not really a favorite, but I just couldn't wrap my brain around it, is whenever they say the "Sht" hits the fan.
Oh, I forgot.
and
about
it
that.
literally shows you that.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what splattered out. Like, what did they use
Yeah.
for the prop? Or were like, surely they wouldn't use
I forgot about
because it would have been there. And when I was little, I was like,
Is that what you thought?
that would have went everywhere on everybody.
that. Well,
And when I was little, I thought it was real.
Mhm.
So I was like,
I did
"Ew,
too. I did too.
disgusting." But now that I'm older, I'm like, what did they use?
Yeah.
And I would be interested, actually, if we could find out
That would be
fact,
amazing.
What they
How would you
used.
find that out though? I don't think
I'm
you
not
could.
sure.
Would it like a
I'm not
Chat
sure.
GPT do it?
I'm
or
not
no?
sure, but I was like so fascinated because I was like, yeah, that's coming back your way.
The funniest parts of I mean, there's so many. You can't say if you have a favorite. I can't because every, when the captain puts on seatbelt sign and it says different languages and it says sit down on
Actually-
or what's the line for sit
I'm
down?
gonna change my favorite because I used this a lot when I was little, and it's one of those catchphrases that I took from quotes from movies. It's like, "The fog is getting thicker," and
Oh,
there-
it's Larry.
and Leon's getting larger. It's like, okay,
That guy's funny.
Well,
there was no rhyme.
Johnny,
or
what can you
reason.
make of this? Well, I can make a brooch I had. It's like,
speaking of what they made the poop out of, it was material flour, water, and mashed up candy bars.
you found that?
used to create the approximate texture and
So
consistency.
they could eat it if it landed on them.
Well, I guess they could technically.
Technically,
Well, you,
like
yeah.
it was
do you remember
that
the Dave
safe.
Chappelle show in the beginning, or not Dave Chappelle? The Terrence Bigham's character he did in the intro to his. He admitted that he took a Snickers bar.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
And
that's
just
stupid,
melted,
baby.
Yeah.
melted down, and they
Yeah.
did it in Caddyshack
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
They use a Snickers bar.
So yeah, that's kind of what they do in a lot of these movies. And Airplane was one.
I have no idea. That's pretty cool. You found that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did you all think about the score to the movie? I liked it.
I
thought
give. I mean, I should be higher.
I
They
think,
did a
it
good-
I think it gave a serious note behind the funny dialogue, because you're building up to like something very, very serious is going to happen.
Did you
I
see-
am serious.
But
And
nothing
stop calling
serious.
me Shirley. Okay.
Yeah,
So you all liked the soundtrack,
I
the
did,
music score?
because it juxtaposed to the actual content of the movie.
This right here is when it sounds like. Well, that's the romantic part
Yes.
between him and Elaine. But what you just were playing was when his head was sweating
He's
and it was
nervous.
pouring down.
Yes.
And then the nun or the priest statue on the cockpit thing puts its hand as over his eyes. How do you come up with stuff like this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
he's
thought it had a good.
It was like pouring.
Yeah,
He must have had like a tube of you couldn't see it.
yeah, where it just pours
Pouring.
down.
He's like, ugh.
That was a good scene. So, what do you think about originality?
Oh, that's a 10.
That's a 10 of. I don't recall seeing another first spoof movie. I mean, since then, yes, but like,
So this was the first one that you personally saw.
yeah, like
Okay.
this is like completely. It's not serious. It's not to be taken serious, even though everything in the situation is serious.
Right.
I'm thinking of a scene. Do you remember when Randy was this other stewardess, the blonde one?
Yes.
There's two scenes with her, but the funniest was when she was back in the area getting refreshments for the customers, and Leslie Nielsen's back there, and she starts crying, and she's like, "I'm 25 and I don't have a husband." And then the woman comes in, and Leslie asked her, "Are you doing okay?" She's like, "Yes, I'm a little scared, but at least I have a husband." Yeah, it's just like
At least I have.
so it's stupid funny.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
do
I mean?
remember that. Now, what did you all think about the poster? This was a poster that I have seen my entire life.
I would frame it and put it in my house.
Would you?
Yeah, it's one
Okay.
of my favorites.
I think that's a goal of ours now.
Caddyshack, that, and probably
So Caddyshack would be your number one comedy?
no.
No?
This is,
Okay.
but Caddyshack is similar in stupid comedy. You know what I mean? With and that was a one-hit wonder. The kid that played in Caddyshack went on to be the dad of Roseanne's sister on the show Roseanne.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
the only thing he ever did.
That is
The
true.
guy that played that role.
That is true.
I don't know. I would have to consider, if you ask me comedy, it would be this movie. And genre, because you have favorite movies in certain.
I'm gonna have to agree with Casey here. I've actually seen this movie. I know that you've only seen it 1.5 times.
Right.
I've actually seen this movie over 20 times,
That's what you said.
at least. We rewatched it. It was so funny. We quoted it. We pretended to be the characters. We acted out the movie. Like it was one of those things that caught us, that we looked on our VHS video camcorder. We are reenacting this type of comedy.
Do you remember when the lady went mad and she had a line of people to settle her down? Excuse me, stewardess, I can take care of this. They started shaking her. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And then the nun's right there. And, you'll be okay. It's like,
Well, right here is a list of the 30 best parody movies according to Collider.com. We've got Naked Gun 2.5 at number 30. Kung Pao Enter the Fist 29. Austin Powers The Spy Who Shagged Me at 28.
yeah, I'd agree with that.
Kung Fu Hustle 27. South Park Bigger Longer Uncut 26.
No,
No.
Robin Hood Men in Tights 25.
no, that should be
No.
higher.
Pop Star Never Stop Never Stopping 24. I've actually heard several people say that's funny.
I've never seen that.
I've never seen it either.
Not seen it either.
Hot Shots number 23.
Yeah, that's about appropriate. Yeah, it was
that's good. That's
Silent Movie by Mel Brooks from 1976 number 22.
Yeah.
Silent Movie at number 20. Or excuse me, 22. Top Secret number 21. Team America World Police at 20. I actually walked out of that movie.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I walked
at
out.
all. I couldn't stand it out.
Me and Terry walked out of
Yeah,
it.
I didn't walk out. I watched it on DVD later on, and I think I turned it off within 3 minutes.
We stayed maybe 10 minutes and we were like, you want to go watch something else? And we did. I've only left this movie and one other movie. Not another teen movie, number 19. There's no way Not Another Teen movie is better than The Naked Gun 2.5.
There's not a chance.
Then you've got, well, then the list just quits. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
It popped back up. I was like, it's not working. Some of them aren't working.
You know, who would be your favorite actor in this movie, though? You said Leslie Nielsen, but I
I
have.
didn't say Leslie.
No, she said
I said
Julie Haggerty.
Yeah.
Okay,
Julie Haggerty.
because I said Leslie Nielsen, but I can't. Now that I'm sitting here thinking and analyzing the movie, Lloyd Bridges
Lloyd Bridges
was the funniest I've ever seen him in. You know, just picked the wrong week to quit smoking, and then next 5 minutes, quit the wrong week to quit. I mean, it's just it's just a funny movie the way he interacts. He puts his cigarette out on in his cup of coffee, and then the guy who drinks it, and it's just funny.
Now we've got the top 5 here. They've popped back up. This is Spinal Tap, number 5. Blazing Saddles, number 4.
Oh.
Airplane, number 3.
Mm.
They've got The Naked Gun from the Files of Police Squad, number 2. And Young Frankenstein as number 1.
So it's interesting that Leslie Nielsen is in 2 of those movies.
Now he's in several.
Yeah, he's in several,
Is he
but I
more than
disagree with number 1.
I
He's
do
he's in Airplane. He's in Naked Gun Files of Police Squad, Naked Gun 2.5.
But like those first 5, he's in 2. So.
Yeah.
But
Monty Python and the Holy Grail, number 6. Walk Hard, The Dewey Cox Story, number
actually, Monty
7.
Python should be way higher.
It should,
It
because
should be way higher.
Hot Fuzz, number 8. The original Austin Powers, number 9. Shaun of the Dead, number. That's what we left. We left Team America and we went to watch Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
Shaun of the Dead.
I see now that I've never seen that.
Spaceballs.
That should be on that.
That's one of my favorite
That should
charity
be on that
movies.
list.
I've probably seen that one the most of any of
The
these.
Winnebago.
What We Do in Shadows. Galaxy Quest. Have you ever watched Galaxy Quest?
I have not.
It's pretty funny, actually.
Who is in it?
It's got Sigourney Weaver, Alan Rickman, Sam Rockwell, and Tim Allen. It's pretty funny.
I mean, it sounds like it would be a funny movie with Tim Allen and Sigourney Weaver.
I remember when it came out, I worked at the movie theater, and whenever I would build the movies the night before, we would usually watch the movie. Nobody else wanted to watch it, but I had to make sure I put it together correctly.
Right.
And I watched it, and I was pleasantly surprised.
You were.
Yeah.
It was something that you
I-
didn't think you would
No,
enjoy.
because it's a parody movie about. It's a spoof on Trekkies. So Tim Allen and this crew plays characters in this show, and they're going to like Comic Cons and things like that.
Right.
But this other alien species thinks that they're a real space crew and that they can help them. So they're taken to their planet to kind of.
watched it.
It's pretty good. It's pretty funny.
What's the name of it? I'm sorry.
Galaxy Quest from 1999. So I'm guessing you all would highly recommend Airplane.
Yeah.
I don't have to only recommend it.
recommend it. But
I wouldn't only recommend it. I would say that it's probably one of the most played, watched movies on TV.
I'd say so. Let's say so. This
I'm
goes.
just writing notes.
This goes with Lana's note that she just wrote to the Facebook and social media audience.
All right, Layla. Thanks.
So, do you all have any last words on Airplane?
Well,
If you don't see it, you're a loser.
I just want you both to know good luck. I'm counting on you.
That was excellent.
It was. So, thank you all for joining. Thank you, Casey. Thank you, Lana, and all the listening audience. Please go to all the social media. That's the Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, The Other People's Show. And I'm not sure what we'll get into next week. We will be thinking of that. And stay tuned for another edition of The Other People's Show on 92.5 WLSD, The Vault.
Good music.
So,
My parents would like this one.
not on radio.
It's
still
Shadow Dancing. Shadow Dancing, Andy Gibb. That's my mom and dad's there right there.
We do a shot.
That's probably,
Good show.
huh?
It was a good show.
I think it went well.
Yeah.
Well, I talked a little bit more, but only because Airplane is my favorite movie. And I can quote every line
know if
from that
people
movie.
are going to get it because we were doing so many lines, and it's
Yeah.
like you don't realize that it's a line.
The people that know
But that movie has been shown so many times that people, if they don't know the line, they're
losers.
isolated. They're
I told
isolated.
you. I said
They
that you're a
don't leave their
loser
house.
if you don't watch it.
yeah. I haven't smoked today one bit. I'm sober as can be. So
All right, here we go.
I mean, I wanted to make sure this movie was represented well. How long before other people's listening? We got.
Whenever we want.
I say we go on in about 2 minutes or whatever.
You have 2 minutes left in the song.
And then I don't know how you want to bring shit up, but
Who wants to bring it up?
we can say that we were
Rock,
doing
paper,
show
scissors.
No,
prep.
we'll bring. I'll segue into it.
Yeah, segueing into it, and then we'll just tell it how it happened. Because she was trans, you and I were, and what you can say is we were doing show prep, or we were dissecting our show, and we were on the top of the roof.
We just happened to. Okay, we got a
Strangest-
minute 28.
The strangest thing is that,
And go to your page because it's got videos. Share, please. We want to know what this is. All for the glory of God. Because I think it was angelic. Personally. I do.
109.
Did you see that screenshot I sent you of them?
I sure did.
What was that?
What was that?
I can't. I get anxiety going through all these videos because every
I
time I,
don't
see
think
it,
we should go through the videos too much more. I think somebody else should analyze it.
that's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to find somebody to analyze it.
I think we're gonna get to that point. Look at that eyeball on the wall. Oh, right there in the paint.
Yeah.
Random.
Random. Let me just see something. We're at just so I keep it talking about the car.
25 seconds.
Having good luck?
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry. That's probably not going to happen. You can
Sorry to
practice.
inform you.
And thank you for tuning in tonight to the Other People Show, Friday, August 8th, 10:53 p.m. on 92.5 WLSD Radio, 12:20 a.m. and WLSDradio.com. Please go to all the socials. That's the Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, The Other People Show. Join with me tonight is my co-host, Casey, and producer, Lana. Thank you all for joining.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I think it's going to be a good show tonight. We had a great movie show just a moment ago.
We did.
And
thank you for doing that, because I asked you,
you did.
and you didn't just accept it. You did it the next moment.
Now, before we get into it, I want Casey to try the one solo jelly bean. Now, there's one jelly bean on the back. Let me see the box there. Did you take it out?
No, I don't
Okay.
know what you're talking
Here.
about. I don't know what I'm
Let's see
about.
let's see your hand. Let's see
I
your
don't know
hand.
what I'm about to endure.
I actually want to say he got you to do this movie
No,
for the
no.
one request, and I've been requesting
this is
it
the-
from you for years.
For years. So before we get into that,
Show everybody it's orange.
Casey is
Ooh.
going to eat the very last Bean Boozled.
Or it could
Bean
be cute.
boozled?
Bean Boozled, and it's either peach,
Or
which is a
puke.
tasty treat, or barf.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you're
if it's barf, I'm sorry, listeners. I will be leaving before.
all right. So Casey,
Or it's Ofran.
go in front of the camera there and let us know what you're.
Which camera?
There we go.
There we go. All right, guys. Ready, Rod? It's barf.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
barf.
there you go.
And
You,
pink.
you want to spit it out?
Mm.
Sorry, man. Sorry. Was it pretty gross?
It tastes like,
Barf.
Have some water.
I'm not going to say the word I want to say.
Well, thank you for doing that. Now,
Thank you for making my voice sound even worse.
it was 50-50.
Hey, you know, I was hoping for the peach, but that's if you don't know me, that's my luck.
The worst one, though, I got to be honest,
That's
barf
what I like.
is a bad one. Stink bug is a bad one.
Actually, you can survive off stink bugs.
Dead fish is a bad one.
Well, I
Yeah,
lived around fishing. and
Wet dog.
stuff, so.
Stinky socks.
Oh, that's my phobia.
Stinky
phobia.
socks.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. 'Cause no.
Liver and onions. That one's pretty bad also.
My mom.
Booger. That one's salty.
Is this things we're eating?
Old bandage.
No,
Oh,
That's
okay.
the flavors of the Bean Boozled. Yeah.
What did you just say
What does
before
an
the
old
one?
bandage taste?
No, before that one, it was
Booger?
even more. A booger. If you're-
Liver and onions. That
Oh,
was,
yeah.
That was one.
Oh, my
I
mom
like
made
liver
liver.
and I like
I
liver
sat
and
at the table for
onions.
12 hours because I refused to eat
Listen, I had to train myself to eat like 1 or 2 bites, but it's so healthy for you.
it. If you would have fed me
One or
liver
two
and
bites.
onions, I would have never talked to you again. And that jelly bean.
I'm glad it wasn't.
My mom tortured me with liver and onions. Oh,
I gotta be
You gotta
the,
train yourself.
the best bad one is toothpaste.
yeah. I mean,
That's
how bad you can get?
That's the best bad one. But all the other ones, burnt rubber is not horrible like the one you just had, but
Yeah.
it's not good. So
I
yeah,
didn't have burnt rubber. I had barf.
barf's one of the worst.
Thanks.
Or dead fish.
You probably picked it out just fine.
That would have been clever if I
Wrong.
had picked it out.
Listen, folks, one jelly bean in a box of 30. I happen to get the barf one.
Oops.
There is no coincidences in life.
Suspicious.
We'll talk later. About
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry about
speaking
that,
of-
Casey.
Coincidences or suspiciousness.
that.
Let's dive right into the topic. And actually, Casey, I actually am going to give you the forum on starting and talking about this. We actually had a
Adam, how would you describe it?
I mean,
Because what were you doing?
we had went up. What it was what like last Sunday or so.
No.
it
It
was
was
less-
Friday after the show.
it was Friday after the show.
And we were-
It was July 27th.
So last Friday after the show.
Yeah, we went up to the roof to discuss the show,
Yeah, how we did.
how we
maybe
did, and then
potential
content
topics.
for next show, right?
Yep.
And then
And we were up there, and we were.
so how are we positioned? How was our bodies positioned?
We were laying diagonally on a slanted roof. looking straight up into the sky.
Yeah,
Right.
on our backs.
Which
Stationary.
Which
Yeah.
would have been about 4 to 5 stories up.
I would say 5.
5
Yeah,
stories
we were
up.
5 stories up.
For at least 40 steps.
Yeah.
So we're 4 to 5 stories.
No
High up
real
there.
light interference, so it was
No.
dark, and we
Yeah.
were just sort of talking about the show. And I'll be honest with you, when I was a child, the reason I didn't watch Unsolved Mysteries is because of the UFO
Yes. Scary.
scary stories. I was terrified.
Yes.
I wouldn't even watch the show. The song sent me into my room, and I was there forever.
They were going to beam you up.
Yeah. So and then as I got older and worked in professions in government and areas of the legal system and stuff, I got real suspicious about people saying stuff like that, like you're crazy, and until I see it, I won't believe it. And I stand by that, and so you were
Because we're skeptics.
right. I
And we
want to
use
see
logic
it.
and reason to
Right.
deduct what this could have not been.
I call myself transparent. You want to know something about me? You ask me, you're getting it.
Right.
So I was scared as a kid. As an adult, I thought it was silly. And if you talk to me about aliens, I thought you were crazy. Okay.
Right.
And this is going up to when I worked in DC, and I heard it all the time. So we're up on this roof. You're in the middle, Lana. Adam's on the left side.
Mm-hmm. And you're
I'm on
right.
the right. And we're talking, and all of a sudden I stopped talking immediately, and I look at you, Adam, and I said, "What? Do you see that?"
Yeah. And it's on the video.
Right. And I looked for my phone to try and film it, and I had left my phone downstairs in the apartment.
Yeah.
So I looked at you and I said, "Do you have your phone?" And you handed me your phone.
I unlocked it.
You
and
unlocked it,
handed him my
handed me your phone, and I just pushed record. And didn't think I really got anything. I mean, I knew I had it on video, but you can't tell.
We didn't realize what was exactly on the video
Right.
because we'd honestly forgotten about it, kind of, hadn't we?
We had
Well,
forgotten about it for a week.
Yeah.
We forgot about this whole experience for a week to
Yeah.
where we're sitting in awe for almost an hour
It was hard.
watching
Something that cannot be
Something.
explained. Things that cannot be explained. Because there was more than one.
some things
And if you've seen the video, you know what
happening
we're
in
talking
the
about.
sky. And if you go to either Casey Roberts, Jason Parker, Lana Hamilton, we have posted these videos. There's actually more than we've actually posted.
I made the videos
But-
public so you can see.
Yeah, but like some of the videos we are saving to be analyzed.
Yeah, because we don't want to even touch them because we've contacted MUFON, which is a mutual UFO network, and it's a organization that has former law enforcement officers, FBI officers, airline pilots, professionals that come
Right.
out and do the investigation. So that, for example, all 3 of us and your phone will be analyzed next week when we get a team come from Richmond to see what this is. And I said before, I won't believe it until I see it.
I mean, if they tell me there was a speck of glitter or dust on your screen or
That
something,
would be crap.
Okay.
That
Oh,
would-
I mean, I see it, but I see it, but then how did the speck of dust move on the lens?
And then the screenshots in a fraction of a second, Adam. That thing, whatever it was, changed 6 different shades of colors
And shape.
and 6 different complete. That's why I want your phone not to be touched. So when MUFON investigates, because I'll be honest with you, I've been watching like Ancient Aliens and all those shows,
I love
and I
that
watch
show.
their videos, and I've seen some on Facebook, Reels, and TikTok. But you can tell it's either like a bird or a satellite. 'Cause satellites move
A certain
Steady.
specific
steady.
way.
They don't jet. And an
They
airline,
don't go from like
right?
Well, the
star,
speed
star
of
size, which is
speed.
millions of miles away, to like right here at moon size.
And the thing was,
speed
we
in
were
which it
completely
happened.
clear-minded.
Yes.
You can hear it on the video.
Yeah.
And
Well, maybe not me.
you were in some kind of like
Trance.
trance.
I mean, when I go back on the
And
video,
I'm
call it-
not
I
into
call
all
it-
that stuff.
when
I don't.
I call it the Fox Mulder trance.
when I
Yeah.
went back, to be honest, and listened to myself on those videos and said, "What am I doing? What am I saying?" I'm like,
It's like you're talking in tongue. Yeah.
And they were like, "No, you weren't talking like that night." And I'm like, "Then why is it on video?"
Yeah.
Well,
Of me
audio.
audio,
Yeah, because I didn't remember.
video
it.
and audio.
I understood
Of me
exactly what you're
speaking
saying.
like that
Mhm.
because I'm not making any sense. Like you'd be like,
I even said, so, but I'm laying on my back. I have her phone steady. That phone didn't move.
No, it was Steadicam pretty much the whole
You
time.
saw it, Adam.
Yeah.
I now there were times where it disappeared and I tried to look for it, but once I found it, there was no.
And it was quick. You found it quickly. Quickly.
And then remember that the second bigger ship coming in towards the end. I'm one of
so all of our listeners actually need to keep in mind that there might be something much bigger coming in the next couple of weeks as we discuss this more. I don't think we should give it all away
No,
now.
I would just say check the videos out for yourself.
We have disclosed that we have contacted MUFON.
And until their
and
investigation.
their investigation is over.
Mhm.
This, to what I saw in the sky, was like a circle, like almost like,
Like a portal.
yeah, almost like a
A
light
moving
circle,
portal.
a moving portal with dark in the middle, with light all around it that changed it.
Shape and
Change
color.
shapes, but I got a
Changed light
screenshot
and
too.
shapes.
That one screenshot
That was
was like a UFO.
What is going on? What is going on here?
But the crazy part about this story is that I had a Lieutenant Dan experience with the man upstairs.
You sure did.
Over some tragedies that have happened in my life, mostly due to bad decision making on my part, but at least I can admit that. But tragedy that self-inflicted, like, you know, disappointing people, or when you're young, you do dumb things. But I just always wanted the Lord to let me forgive myself because I'm so hard on myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
You're often your worst critic.
right, I will point out my flaws at 7 a.m. before you're even awake. Today, you know, because I just believe in humbleness. But I had it out with the Lord, and since then, since I saw that, I'm just as shocked as everybody listening. I found an apartment that's beautiful, neighbors that are wonderful,
And you found the apartment quickly.
in a day.
Yeah.
And I've been looking for 3 months.
And it all happened
Right.
quickly.
And
Very
it all
quickly.
happened in St. Paul, which is crazy. I was brought there. I was blessed there for a week or so and then I find this beautiful apartment. And then I
think more people need to come to St. Paul, Virginia.
do
There's
too,
something-
because
there's
something there. I've never been there. And
There's
I
something
came there
there.
to see you guys.
Town of less than 1,000. There is something there.
It's a cute little
Oh,
town.
by the way, just real quick, I was so hungry coming back from Walmart in Kingsport, and I didn't want like Hardee's there's this like produce place over there, and I stopped. What was it? Henry's
It's
Produce?
Hicks.
Henry's Produce?
Hicks Produce.
No, it's Henry's.
Are you sure it's not Hicks
Yeah,
Produce?
I'm pretty sure it's Henry's. Yeah.
I mean,
But either
I've never
way,
been there.
he had these peaches, and she got from South Carolina. Right?
Yeah. I
And
like a good,
a
big juicy peach.
And he goes,
I
goes,
like a big juicy peach.
he
You
says,
have a big juicy peach.
you got to try it to buy it.
Right?
I said, what? He said, take a bite. I guarantee you'll bite it. I'm like, well, I've never been to a sandwich like this before. So I took a big old bite, and I was wearing a white shirt.
Did the juice go all over the shirt?
I had to change, but it was the best
Delicious.
tasting peach in my life, man. I was like, and then I'm sad because I was gonna. Remember, I brought peaches to your house that I put in the fridge, and I
Are
made.
they still there in
Yeah,
my
they are.
fridge?
They are.
Okay, I think they are going to be good enough to make a cobbler.
Yeah, absolutely.
1111.
And that's not just, he just doesn't sell peaches, obviously. It's some kind of produce market, and he apparently sells buildings or something. But nice guy, veteran, telling people that he has things cut up of his fresh fruit as snacks for people while they shop.
That's really cool.
It's like, and that's hometown stuff. That's why I'm here. That's what you should be like in life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Finding the simple,
Pleasures.
the simple pleasures, the quiet places is probably the top of my list.
And then
on
right next to
where
it is
I
that
want to
burger
be when I
place.
go. And I actually live in a quiet, simple place.
Mhm. Your
I
apartment's
even
beautiful.
want to go less.
Like,
Less.
I my apartment's pretty small.
It's more.
Yeah.
Less is more.
Minimalist.
Yeah.
I want to get one of those mini houses.
Tiny
and I want to
house.
go a tiny house and go live in Alaska. Honestly, that's my
Yeah.
goal for life is to eventually live in Alaska.
Our goal for life is to build a tiny house.
Yeah, my goal for life is to build a tiny house, live on that, which actually could be mobile. So we're going to say a mobile home,
I've thought about
a
that
mobile tiny home,
too. I've thought about buying
as
a
opposed to an
Winnebago.
RV.
Well, no,
You
I
have a
have.
little tiny home. You could attach to even a car because it's so light, and you can just take different places.
True.
That would be ideal for me. Just to go and to experience different towns, different people, different
Travel, experiences, cultures.
different voices.
Yeah.
Even hearing different voices would feel very, very, very nice.
Yeah, I think so too.
If you haven't been there, it doesn't exist.
Well, that's
My
and
grandmother
you know
told me that.
I don't have a. It's not bad, but I just don't talk to my brother too much. He's an airline pilot now, and so he's very busy. But he has that same thing. You know what I mean? The same philosophy, and he.
I don't think I belong in one place. I think I belong in all
Right,
places.
Right, and I think that's why he likes flying.
Yeah.
Because he gets
Yeah.
to see new places.
I would love
and-
that.
But he told me once, and this is why I'm up here. After a tragedy in Florida,
Mhm.
I wanted to just start over. You know, I had been in bed depressed for quite a while, and I finally snapped out of it and called my brother. He said, "You know what you do? You throw a dart at the map of the United States,
And that's where you go.
and you go to somewhere you've never been, and you start over, because life is all about starting over."
Yeah.
And it was the best advice I ever got. Through the dart, it hit Virginia because I wanted it to hit Virginia, sort of, but I didn't purposely do it. And then it hit Duffield. So
Duffield.
I
Virginia.
listen to this. I
Duffield.
went and got a motel room near Duffield, not in Duffield, that's relevant, but I'm not going to name the name, but I got a hotel because I felt that maybe karma, or not karma, but the Holy Spirit, or whatever you want to call it, is leading me
To go
to
here.
go here.
So, okay.
So I go there.
So you took that leap of faith, really.
I did. And it was hard. It was
Oh, yeah.
hard because I'm solo up here. I have not one family member in
Right.
Virginia, and we have a big family.
Right.
You know, those Irish.
In Ohio or Florida?
Both.
Okay.
And big Irish family, and it was ironic at first, but now I believe it was divine that I ended up here. You know, I struggled with some problems with you know, how I felt about myself, and I was just downgrading myself.
Heavy
absolutely,
issues.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And when I came up here, I smiled and I was happy, and I was looking at mountains, because every state I've lived in is flat. You either see cornfields or beaches, which is great,
All right.
but I always want to live in the mountains.
You're the exact because you've not been around the mountains.
No,
your whole
I've
life.
never, ever.
And that's why I want to go to somewhere that's not mountainous.
Well,
They're
you go down to
beautiful.
mom and dad's house in Florida. And, you
They're
know,
beautiful. They're beautiful, but it's kind of like we see them so much.
you get used to it.
Yes.
It's like the trip that my parents took us to the Grand Canyon, and I was so annoyed. I just wanted to go home, play with my friends.
Yeah.
If I would have really
And
appreciated
been
the
able to
beauty of
absorb
the
it
Grand
and take
Canyon.
it in. Yes. Yes.
And Mom told me that. She's like, "You're gonna regret not, you know."
And at the time, you probably didn't think
no,
that.
no,
Yeah.
no. I just wanted to go home and play Duck Hunt on Nintendo.
It cheated. Duck Hunt cheated so many times.
Man, I know.
You would hit the ducks, and that stupid
Stupid
dog
thing.
would pop up and
Yep.
start snickering.
Yep. I don't know. I think my other favorite game was Excite Bike.
Oh, I loved Excite Bike.
That was a good one.
Wait, no, and then what was the skateboarding one where you could do the California roll, which is the hardest?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Skate or Die.
Yeah.
Skate or Die.
Yep.
I like Skate or Die.
See, I didn't like skating. I never.
Actually, you want to know what my favorite NES game was?
What?
It was Dizzy. The
Dizzy.
Explorer. And it wasn't actually made by Nintendo.
What is it? D-I-Z-Z-Y?
Yes. It was this like little egg, and he was this explorer. And I
I've never even heard of it.
It's called The
cannot,
Fantastic Adventures of Dizzy.
I cannot find it to this day. It's like an Easter egg. And
Yeah,
it
he's
is
like
an
a little
egg.
egg with a hat on.
He legitimately is an egg. But to find that game, I have literally been looking for it for well over 20 years. I cannot find a copy.
My favorite game, computer-wise, back in the day, was something called JFK 64. And
I
it was
know what
about him. You had to prevent the assassination to get him reelected, and it was like a.
I mean, I played the Oregon Trail on actual like.
Oh yeah,
floppy
I remember in
disk.
third.
What
grade.
was it on? Nintendo 64? What was it on, Casey?
Which one?
JFK 64? What was it on computer?
Yeah, that was a computer game, and
Was that a DOS game? Because
It's
like,
on
when I'm telling you about these,
it's on the Commodore 64.
okay.
ooh, I actually have an old Commodore.
Yeah,
64.
it was. I'll tell you what, because the
Holy
Kennedy
shit.
family is very important to me and my family, and the Irishness and stuff like that. Bobby Kennedy, JFK have always been my heroes, other than the Lord, and I have a picture of them in my house because they're important to me. So that right there, that game, I played as a 13-year-old boy, and every time I saved the president and he won, I felt a little bit like I saved the president, right? Sort of like that scene at the end, if you've ever watched 11/22/63 with James Franco as the lead role. He goes back in time.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I've seen a few episodes of it.
The last episode, JFK.
Is it called Kennedy Approach?
No, it was
The Commodore
re-elect JFK. That's what it was. Re-elect JFK.
Okay, reelect
Yeah,
JFK.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
I didn't remember the name because I was 12.
I see it here. Reelect JFK.
It had a theme song. It had everything, man, everything. But it reminded me of that 11/22/63 when, at the end of the series, James Franco. I'm not going to give what happened, but Kennedy, or he's in the interrogation room being accused of killing people, and including the president or the person that Oswald. He's in the interrogation room, and he gets a call, and President of the United States, and he's released. And it was just, and then he said the first lady would like to talk to you, and this woman gets on, and she says, "I'd like to thank you for saving my husband's life."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that brought me to tears because could you imagine?
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Now, I don't know if you all ever played the game, and I'm not really a big Simpsons person, but I used to play this game called Bart versus the Space Mutants.
Oh yes.
And it was really fun.
Yes, it was.
Remember that? Like certain ones you had to like knock the hats off
Yep.
someone, and you had to
What is-
jump on their heads.
Let me interject here. What is actually the hardest video game you attempted
I
when you
know.
were
I-
younger?
what do you-
I actually
Are you
know
talking?
too.
What do we get? Nintendo or
Nintendo,
Atari or-
NES,
Maybe an
SNES,
old school. Yeah, old school.
like whatever gaming system, original gaming
I would say
system.
original gaming system would be Sega Genesis. That game with the balls. What was
Marble
it?
Madness.
Yes, Marble Madness. I don't know why, but it gave me anxiety.
I played
Every
that.
time I
I
played
loved because you were this marble and you had to go through all these mazes.
Yeah, I got confused.
It was real. It was real. Actually, I don't know if I've never played it on
It's
Genesis, but I played it on the regular Nintendo.
It's not a good game for ADHD.
And you were this marble, and you had to stay. Yeah, Marble Madness.
Yeah. You
I
had
think
to-
I think actually Lena would like it because she likes
She would be good
Tetris.
at it. She would be good at it, but I was a hyperactive ADD kid in the 80s, and I could not figure that game out.
Yeah. I think if you like Tetris, you'd be good at it.
I was good at Tetris, and I was good at paper. Remember the paper boy
The Paperboy.
that would throw?
Yes, I would also play.
Yes.
That was my
I
They
favorite.
used to have
played
the
that
arcade game at the.
I'm a Tetris match.
I'm a Tetris master.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
No, you're
I
not.
say
I had
okay,
the number
I say-
one-
It's from
we
me,
all
yeah.
are. So
I had the number one Tetris score at the arcade in the Wise Theater.
Is there,
Okay.
is there Tetris on
Because I
iPhones?
didn't go to the Wise
don't know.
Theater.
Can we-
Mine was the number one,
Can we game?
and mine was number two on Miss Pac-Man.
Can we download Tetris on our iPhone?
Probably.
Okay, then let's
We should do that.
next week
See
on
who
Friday
that
during the
is.
day.
All right, we'll do Tetris.
Do
match.
you get 3 shots? No. You get 1 shot,
You get one.
and whoever gets the most score, what do we do? Should we? There's got to be something.
Yeah, there'll be some kind of prize.
Not money, but just some kind of prize.
We'll have to
I'll
put.
bring you in. I'll buy a peaches from Henry's. Whoever wins.
Okay.
Does that work?
Okay, let's get back to the most difficult. You want to know what I actually believe the most difficult game? Maximum Carnage on Super Nintendo. So on SNES.
I never had Super Nintendo.
Yeah, Maximum Carnage was not a game I could even
What's it on?
teach my son to play.
What was it on? Super NES?
Yeah. SNES.
I've seen it, but I've never played it. My hardest game that I ever played on Nintendo was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No, that was so easy.
No, it wasn't.
When they're going
It wasn't.
through,
It
when they're
wasn't.
going, when you're in the water and you have to go through all that electronic seaweed.
Yeah.
With it, not only that,
Did
You've
you
got to
not
disarm the
practice-
bombs.
Did you
Yeah.
not practice with Super Mario Brothers?
Totally
Come on
different.
now.
Totally
They
different.
move different.
That's
I,
totally
They
I,
move
I,
differently.
I know, but like you should have had
I
like
couldn't
dexterity
understand
to get
Contra.
through it.
You remember
the Contra, I do. The Contra that was.
Contra.
I
was
loved
good.
Contra once I got
I
the
Did
loved
super
you
code.
know the code? Up, down,
Once I
down,
got
left,
the
right,
code,
up,
left,
up,
right,
down,
Up,
BA,
down,
select,
up, down, left, right, A, B, or whatever.
Yeah.
BA select start.
And once I learned that, I
Yes.
loved Contra. But before that, that was the worst. I couldn't do it.
Now, have you played Contra without using the code and gotten to
No. Here's the
No,
hardest
I'm
game.
saying,
I have.
You have?
Here's the hardest game. Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden?
Yes.
I haven't
That's-
played that. So
That's
I can't
it.
comment.
But because
I don't know.
the reason being is you do not get any continues.
No.
You have 3 lives. You don't get any
Actually,
more.
Let's reverse back. The hardest game is actually Tetris, which is very, very easily because the levels don't stop.
No.
You don't get to an end level.
What's the current equivalent to
You cannot beat the game.
Tetris? Like, what's a game that you can't beat? Like,
See, here's the thing about games.
Like
I
Life.
stopped playing games on my phone and stuff. I think the last game station I had was the original. I had a Sega and I had a PlayStation. I didn't get the Wii or nothing.
I never had a PlayStation.
And no, I'm sorry, Nintendo and
I had a
Sega.
Nintendo and Sega Genesis.
and Sega Genesis for Sonic the Hedgehog and that Marvel game. And then the last one I had was what did I just say? The one with Grand Theft Auto when it first came out.
Oh, PS3
PS1.
or PS1.
PS1, that first Grand Theft Auto that came out. That's why I bought, and then I stopped.
No, I did play PS3. This game called Little Big Planet,
That sounds pretty cool.
and it was actually a really cool, fun game. But that was about the only game that I and I didn't even have PS3.
Wait a second. Was it SNES or regular Nintendo or was it Sega that you had like the Animaniacs game? That was pretty hard.
Sometimes they would come out on multiple platforms.
Yeah,
you know?
but they release them. People would buy them, and then they'd take them off the shelf because
But
they
Disney-
weren't buying. So you
Disney
have
was
something-
only on NES.
The
Yeah.
one time I did rent this, I rented because I used to rent video games when I was younger.
Right.
You know, you could rent them for 2 or 3 days.
Right.
And I rented this Aladdin game for Genesis, Sega Genesis, and it was actually really cool. It looked just like that cartoon movie Aladdin, same characters, and it was actually a pretty fun game. One of the worst games and odd games was Fester's Quest. Have you ever heard of this?
Yes.
That was a hard game.
Was that the?
Yes.
Wait.
Fester's
Uncle
Quest from,
Fester?
Uncle
from
Fester.
Adam Family.
Okay, so I
from
remember
Adam's
that.
Family.
I
forgot all
Yes.
about
I
that.
forgot all about that
How
until you
old
mentioned
am
it.
I?
That's a hard one.
We have to.
I don't think I. You know how when you
How
would
could
buy
we forget about that?
every birthday, every Christmas, somebody or multiple family members would give you games.
Yeah.
So you had stacks of them, and you had your go-tos. Top Gun was one of mine.
Top Gun was hard to land a
It
lot
was
of
hard
times.
to land, but I loved.
There was a
Yeah,
Days
like-
of Thunder game too, if you ever remember.
Yeah, but I was.
Um,
It was so boring. You're.
It was boring.
And that's why I don't like NASCAR.
Yeah, it was.
I
That,
can't get. I love Bristol. I think it's amazing. I love the fans. I love the drivers. I love the cars.
right.
But I don't know if it's my attention span or
Could
whatever.
be.
Those races are long. I took my dad to a race in Daytona Beach.
Yeah.
And we got there, and it was an 8-hour drive or something.
Was it a night race?
No, it was down in Miami. It was a night race. It was a Pepsi 400.
Okay.
So 400 laps, and it
Oh.
started at 8. And I remember I was like, this is the worst father-son. I mean, it was like a mile and a half to walk to the car. And it
Yes.
was an hour and a half to try and get out. It was just,
I've only been to one race in Charlotte, and it was fun, but one was probably
you're waiting for somebody to get hurt, and that's not
Right,
right either.
right.
You know what I mean?
right. Yeah, definitely. So let me ask one thing: do you all think that you're addicted to social media?
No.
As she's sitting there on her phone.
Yeah.
I am texting, direct texting
Mine's
a
off, by the way.
friend
Mine's off.
who I attended a funeral
Oh,
of
okay,
today.
all right.
So
You're
like,
getting
I
past.
win.
You're getting
Don't.
past.
Don't. I gotta pass. I gotta
Adam's
pass.
sleeping on the couch tonight.
I know.
Gotta pass.
All right. Does he have a pass? Does he have a pass? You gonna forget?
I actually think he has infinite passes.
Okay, there you go. That's what I like to hear.
So yeah.
Yeah, I would say I'm sitting here thinking, why would that? Yeah, I would agree. I would just have to agree. You can't overanalyze it.
I mean, I do think at certain times I have been more
I don't
addicted
know.
to social
Right.
media.
There's times, there's seasons where you want to go on social media, whether it's you want to see family members at holidays or birthdays or something.
Never.
But then yeah,
I'm kidding.
sorry, even getting us in Robert's
Small
family.
doses, please.
Here's what I think about when I think about my family.
That's what I think about
Really?
when I think about
No,
my
I'm
dad.
kidding.
That's my dad.
I'm just
Debbie
just
Downers.
no, but do you know what this song is? It might be too morbid.
Is that my dad's theme song?
Sometimes my humor is a little
Oh
dark.
well, no, I didn't know it was this is the funeral
That
march
actually
that
could
they
be
played.
my dad's.
It's the
thing.
funeral march.
This is the funeral march they played for Abraham
Too,
Lincoln.
too soon.
They did this for JFK.
Oh, too soon.
Yeah, they did this for JFK's funeral.
No, I actually have a specific song that I play during the last ride, the funeral, and it's actually called.
Now, see, I'm
I'm
Catholic,
gonna have to
Right.
look it up.
and I still think there's two songs that are my favorites. But then I also, since I'm Catholic, I've lived in Cleveland and Columbus, and one of my favorite things to do is to go to an African American AME church
Mhm.
and be the only white person there.
Right.
And it is the most amazing service you will ever go through.
Sometimes
And there's a
that's-
song by Dr. James Cleveland,
Okay.
and it's called Help Me Hold Out. And I heard that song
Okay.
in a very hard time in my life. And
Well, I played this song today. It's called "The Kiss," and it's actually from the Last of the Mohican soundtrack.
Right.
And I played it at my grandmother's funeral, at my aunt uncle's
so it's
funeral,
special.
driving.
Yeah.
Anytime somebody passes away,
Right.
I have a specific song.
Right.
as-
This is it. So this is what you experience when you go into one of them AME churches.
Right.
This guy. When
Can
you're
I have that at the
and when you're
start? Not at
Catholic-
the end. At the start of my funeral, as we open the whiskey bar.
Lord help me to hold out, he's saying. And I'm not a Bible preacher or nothing, but I do believe in my creator Christ. And
Right.
and that situation that we went through on that roof, he knew personally what was going on in my heart and how I was ready to just stop trying at all
Right.
about just serious tragedy, and you know what tragedy I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And it's not under or overplayed. It's serious tragedy.
Serious tragedy.
And I heard this song, and it said, "Help me to hold out." And I told my mom this week, actually, I sent this song to her, and "How Great Thou Art," and I said, I want these two played at my funeral, and I don't want a eulogy. I want the Robert F. Kennedy speech of
Right.
mindless menace of violence.
I think
You sent that to me the other
Yeah,
day.
I don't want to be gratified at my
I think
funeral.
you're in a demographic of very, very, very high population of people that how great they are.
How great thou art. And my
what
favorite
you
saying
played,
is it?
yeah,
It's
because
perfect.
that is a quintessential
It's a fact.
funeral song. Okay, can we
But-
get off another
Yeah.
subject than funerals? It was sad.
No, but I mean, how great
I
thou art is a
remembered-
beautiful song.
I actually remembered what song I listened to on funeral marches,
Ooh.
and it's the Kiss and the
The Kiss.
the
Okay,
Kiss.
yeah,
and,
I know.
and I'm
What
going
movie?
to say it's from The Last of the Mohicans.
Okay, I've seen that.
And so I like to play this as we're driving. We're taking you home.
Well, and coming from an Irish family, this is a my requirement is I want bagpipe. I want the bagpipe Amazing Grace.
Well, I'm Scottish, so I'm going to say I need bagpipes a little
Yeah.
bit more than you.
Well, no, I'm sure I will Scott me, but the Irish
I am
do
Scottish.
the Irish do play bagpipes too.
Right.
But it's when you're in a solemn event and you hear something like this, I think it helps you reflect back on the person.
Yeah.
Hey, I actually want to stop everybody here. If you are driving to put me to rest, this song better be played.
Oh, we will be.
This song better be played.
Let's just talk
It's
about
an
that.
end. No, we won't talk about that. But like that
No,
is
just-
that, like you're supposed
gotta
to
be
write.
able to
You're
talk about
supposed to
stuff.
have a living will.
Right, you
about
have to
these
talk
things.
and look. Okay, so here's my idea. You
You
want to
want
hear
to
that?
hear my
I wanna
song
hear your
that I
album.
won't play at my funeral?
Yes.
I want this one played.
That's what I was just getting ready to ask.
All right, this is the one I won't play.
Good luck with that, Atlanta. Good luck with that. Right. Well, if you really want to know which one we'll play at my funeral,
Actually,
we
we
can.
are, and we're going to come up with like
Yeah.
a whole different
And when-
dance,
when
like
your coffin's
choreography
when
to
the co-
do this.
when the coffin's being taken in, we're gonna be jigging
We're
it.
going to have a choreography to where we do it.
Well, I luckily, I hopefully.
Here's my real one. Here's my real one. Because I want everybody in the audience to be crying, no, no. I'm kidding. This is not my real song.
I was like, this
I don't
can't be.
see, and that's me. I don't want to wake.
You're going to be dead, so this is a no.
I'm
We
recording.
veto
I'm recording.
after the
I'm
fact.
recording the eulogy. I'm going to record my eulogy before.
You've always said
I'm going to record it next week. I think.
next week.
Yes. Well, I got to get a haircut.
No, don't do that
Why?
because it's like inviting.
You're putting
death.
stuff into the
True.
energy and the
Yeah,
environment.
you're
And
inviting that.
until you find out you might be sick or something
True.
like that, don't do that.
True.
It's not worth
Yeah,
it. It's not.
not,
true.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not something
You
you
can
need to
have
think
like
about.
basic things, money,
Yeah.
all of that things. Those are
I-
responsible things, but like emotional.
I'm gonna
things,
have have
don't choose
everything.
those yet.
I think-
Everything mapped out. Though.
Well, I think like for me, if I got terminally ill and I knew I had a certain amount of time, I would have a mass email or Facebook post sent out to every person that is a memory in my head,
right.
good, bad, or indifferent, and invite them all to a community center and have a big live wake, basically, where I can hug every one of them, apologize to the ones I need, everything. So that
Actually,
why have a wake when you're dead? You
Right.
can't.
I just like Ozzy did with the whole concert thing. I actually want people to roast me.
Oh, I'll roast you.
Everything you didn't like, every secret, everything, I need you to get up there, and I need, because you wouldn't do it unless you love me.
Yeah.
I want everybody to roast me.
Yeah.
the worst of the worst, the baddest of the baddest. You loved me anyways. That's what I want you to say. Not
And
I
that's
loved
sad.
her
And
for
that-
this. I loved her that. I'm like, I loved her despite of this.
Yes.
Well, and that hits home for me because I have pushed and disappointed every single family member away.
That's human.
No, but you're talking about a large Irish family on one side and a large Welsh Hungarian on the other. And you know who I talked to? You know who I got a call from on my birthday? Mom. My mom is my best friend. She's a saint. And you know
Oh,
what?
that's
For all the
lovely.
other family members that see the old me or see the mistakes I made at 18 or something stupid like that,
Let's still hold that against you.
that's their choice.
Right.
And I'm not going to force them to, but that's not how you live. If you did something right now that affected me, that made me mad, I may walk out of here angry
Right.
for a minute. But I'm going to come back in here, shake your hand and say, all right, we're over it.
Right.
Just don't drop it.
Yeah. Right.
Because that's what we're asked to do.
Exactly.
If people could do that and not hold grudges,
The world would be a
could
much
you imagine
better place.
all the gossip and the jealousy and guess what, Adam? I used to be that way.
Now I got to be honest. I do forgive, but I sometimes
Don't forget.
don't forget. But I sometimes I don't want to say that, but I sometimes do hold grudges.
It's hard not to.
You know.
And
But I don't ever, honestly, never wish anything bad on anyone.
Right.
Even my people that hate me the most, I really have no ill
Well-
will toward anyone.
I got sober and from alcoholism and stuff, and I was proud enough of myself that I didn't need those family members that thought I was a
Still in
drunk
that-
or
right.
whatever to come and tell me I'm proud of you. In fact, when you tell somebody you're in sobriety or you're sober, you better be honest about it because it's a serious thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm proud of it. I tattooed it on my body the last day I had a drink of like liquor,
Right.
and I stick by it. And I wear shorts proudly with the AA symbol that saved my life. First of all, the Lord saved me, and then AA saved me. I
Right.
went to 3 meetings a day for 6 years.
Now, how long were meetings? Like an hour long?
They're about an hour, and I couldn't. I the first meeting, I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Because they were telling me life's better without drinking, and I had a job that was so hard on me and traumatic that I started becoming
You
an
kind of
alcoholic.
turned toward
Right.
drinking
I
to kind of cope with.
I was trying to numb what I was seeing every day at work, and I, by the grace of God, got 12-stepped by somebody and taken to my first meeting. And I remember sitting there and they're like, "If you just keep coming back, it'll work." I'm thinking, okay. Well, I went back the next day, and the next day, and that's a 6:30 a.m. meeting.
Ooh.
So I
So
went
you
to-
had to actively make
Right.
yourself. This was your first part of the day.
Exactly. And then I went to the noon meeting for lunchtime on the beach. And then I went to the 7:30 meeting at Indian Mounds Park. And then any other events we had. And
Did you get to a point where you
AA was my family.
kind of looked forward to
Yes,
meeting
that-
with your family?
Know that AA became my family and friends and everything in between. And they taught me how to properly love the Lord initially. And that helped. And 15 years sobriety from liquor, that's by the grace of God.
Yeah.
By
Yeah.
the grace of God. And it was helped by AA, but all glory to God. on
And
that.
hard work that you put in too, though.
No, well, it's when I realized for 6 years I went and I stopped going after 6 years because I was walking past the beer cooler at Circle K.
So, well, you
Circle
were doing
K.
a
What?
12-step program.
I was.
So that is a faith-based program.
Well,
Yes.
traditionally, yes.
Traditionally,
Yeah.
yes.
You get
So
some meetings that are
you-
agnostic.
Well, you kind of hopefully were forwarded into and maybe just blessed.
That's what I say when people say
Day after
you're
day.
lucky, you're lucky, you're lucky.
Day
No, I'm
after
blessed.
day, you're blessed.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't have that with addiction.
Well,
That's a
it's-
whole different show to talk about
It's
that.
hard.
To where
It's hard.
addiction and what it is,
and when
whether
someone
it be mental
relapses-
illness,
when someone relapses,
disease,
They feel so bad about themselves. They keep doing it.
demons. Like there's this whole
Mhm.
idea of what people think like what addiction or vices
Right.
are, and I think I'm gonna just stop right there.
Yeah, because everyone has
Because
their own.
what works for you
Right.
and what happens to you is your own personal
Well,
test.
what I was saying is that led me to going to daily mass. See, because I'm Catholic, so I went to church every single morning after I realized in that Circle K that day 6 years ago, 6 years in the AA.
Circle K is also where Bill and Ted met Rufus.
I had no idea, but I was walking through there getting Gatorade because it was hot in Florida,
Let's interrupt this.
and I walked by the beer cooler, and I said to myself out loud for the first time in my life, "Ugh," about beer.
So
Or
that
liquor,
was
or
your
about alcohol, because beer wasn't it was liquor that was my problem.
what particular liquor did you?
Jameson.
Jameson.
Jameson Irish whiskey.
Okay.
I was a blackout drinker. I would get home from work. I would
Numb the pain.
Yeah. And
What about a fifth a
grace of
day?
God, yeah, more than that.
A liter? Half gallon?
Half, not half, but liter probably.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm at time. I'm 165 pounds, so I mean, and when you're in active alcoholism like that, you don't think you can ever stop. And when you go to meetings, you don't think you can ever stop. And when I said, ugh, that day I knew because they
You
said,
beat it.
well, they said one day, if you keep working the steps, the compulsion to drink will leave. And I realized that day it did, by the glory of God. And so I was so happy because God did that for me.
Right.
That the Catholic Church, St. Francis of Assisi, is a block away from my house. So I went to Mass every single morning for like years to thank him.
Right.
To thank him.
Very
So I
cool.
stopped going to AA and I started going to Mass more.
Okay.
You got to give the due where it's due.
Yeah. Well, I noticed that we were talking about social media addiction a little bit earlier. That since I've been reading the Word more, then I'm not spending as much time as I was. Because for a while I was just using, the Bible on the phone.
Right.
But there's something different when you have it in your
up
hand.
when you open it up.
Yes.
Do you know what Bible stands for?
I did, but I can't recall.
Basic instructions before leaving Earth.
Interesting.
Yes.
I do remember hearing that.
I'm sure there's other acronyms, but
No basic instructions
Is it?
for leaving Earth.
Yes.
What I've always heard.
Yeah.
I heard that. You know where I've heard that? At that Recovery Through Christ ministry where they treat people with active addiction down there in, what is it, Jasper or Duffield or something like that. It's a really beautiful organization.
Actually, no, but if you want to promote that organization,
No, I'm not
just
promoting it.
around
That's what I'm
there.
just telling you, giving them credit where credit is due. That's where
Right.
I heard it.
Yeah,
Very cool.
I've heard it at church. So I would gently.
What church do you go to?
It's Estherville Community.
That's a
Church.
great church. I've been there 2 times. And
It
that
is.
coffee bar, how many
Oh,
creamers
gosh.
do they have?
20. Like 20.
Their shirts are cool too.
Yeah.
But it's free and it's better than
Yeah.
Starbucks.
I
It
could go
is.
there. I could show up an hour early and drink 8 cups of coffee, and they wouldn't worry.
Now let's end the show tonight on a lighter topic.
Yes, please.
So have you all ever dropped anything of importance into the toilet? If so, what was it and how did you retrieve it?
I can't.
I can't.
I will, but I can't. I
I
can't
can't.
believe I'm saying
I
that.
can't.
All right, Casey. You gotta tell us.
So I worked in law enforcement,
Okay.
and I went. And this is years ago. Okay, I'm 45. This is 25.
Okay.
And I'm going, and I don't drive a police car. I was driving an unmarked car, an unmarked Explorer.
Okay.
And I had to go to stop at Circle K for something immediately, and forgot to disassemble my belt correctly, and my 9mm fell into. Sorry for all the sheriff's office employees that are probably listening to this. It did happen, but I cleaned it.
Right.
But it
Okay.
happened beforehand. So
Selena, what about yourself?
I don't want to answer this question, but I will.
see,
You helped come up with this question. You approved this question.
Because I've never admitted to it. And it's sad.
Well, we're not ending on sad.
Sad.
Yeah, we can't end on sad, so I don't want to tell
No.
the story.
We should ask the audience. That.
I dropped a very serious
Memento?
memento memorabilia, like just from a loved one lost, and I didn't own up to. I knew what happened to it.
Oh, so this was kind of one of those things that you did as a kid, but you never.
Oh, okay.
I
that is
never
hard.
owned
That's
up
hard.
to it.
That's hard.
I never owned up to it.
Still to
and
this day.
Until now.
They probably are not listening, but they are
Listening.
The diamond cluster ring of my mother's after she passed. Where did it go missing? I was playing around as a little kid with her mother's jewelry after
Like little girls do.
Right.
she passed away, and it fell into the toilet.
You got out though, right?
And no, I was so like, no, I was so freaked out that I was even touching it because I believed in my head I wasn't allowed to touch it, and I probably wasn't
How old
allowed
were
to
you?
touch it. Probably 8 or 9.
So little Lana.
Hard age. Hard age. to lose a mom.
Little Lana, like did this thing to where she just like, oh, like mommy and all of this stuff, and then
You were
it was
connected?
just like a misstep, and and there was,
You were 8.
and I did that, and if they are listening, I apologize because it's one of those things I don't think I've admitted to them.
Can I say something though on that? On my family,
Yeah.
I have
But you
blasted them.
see,
No,
those are earthly things.
Yeah.
It doesn't take away memories or anything.
No,
Those are-
but it does take away holidays, and that's why I've changed my attitude to love everyone, especially people I don't like.
Right.
Because if you can learn to love unconditionally, and you can pay it forward, the Lord will bless you. Look what happened to me in a week.
Yeah.
After seeing this sighting, that you can go online and watch for yourself, folks. I'm not lying. I didn't leave
It's on
here.
my Facebook. It's on Casey's
It's on mine.
Facebook.
It's
Yeah.
on Casey.
Jill, will you link it somehow?
Yeah, it's
Casey.
on
A couple
what's,
of-
there's a couple on the other people's show page, my page. Casey
Well, I want to
has a
send some
new.
pictures. Yeah, the screenshots.
He's got a new Instagram up today, right?
I just started
I
my
saw that.
first. Well, it's not my first Instagram, but I didn't know how to use it. So,
Right.
But I'm trying to. I think I accidentally uploaded like 6 videos of the same thing, so I took those off. But
Oh, was it all the same?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize.
I only took the ones off that didn't get comments.
Okay. Okay.
So, but no, I too, I apologize to everyone that I've loved, lived with, been born by. I have disappointed a lot of people in my life, Lana and Adam, and
I think I've disappointed myself more than I've disappointed
Right.
anyone else.
I think
it's time to be honest.
you actually honesty.
Yeah.
Disappointment. I think I've disappointed my father.
Yeah.
And-
My dad doesn't. My dad. I know.
Oh, that sounded like you broke something.
No.
I've actually disappointed my father, and I know this because he's called me his greatest disappointment.
Mm. Well, my father and I cried.
And that was because
That's
he
horrible.
saw how smart I was, but I struggled with
Motivation.
not motivation.
Mental health.
Well,
Bingo. Thank you, Casey.
Well, because I've struggled with mental health since 4.
I had to my whole
my
life.
mother passed away, so I struggled. Like, was I
Who wouldn't?
exceptional?
Who wouldn't? I
Like,
couldn't imagine.
book
if my mom
smart,
didn't.
yes, but I could not just
No offense
bring it
to
home.
no offense to my dad, but I hope mom goes last because she's such a
Yeah.
sweet soul.
Right.
And
Right.
dad's a good guy, but we just don't get along. And I still respect him and love him, but we don't talk. Or I've said some horrible things to him, and he said some horrible things to me. But I've forgiven him, and I think he's forgiven me because
But
he's also a
look
follower.
at, look at
Right.
this. Like, I can say that, but my dad is also one, if not the epitome of the smartest person I know.
And you've said that to me many times.
Yes, my dad is the
Yeah.
smartest person I know.
And my dad is the hardest working, smartest. He was a business owner and iron worker. Love the guy, proud of him. I just don't agree with him.
I wonder how many people say that. My dad is the smartest. My dad is the
My dad is not the smartest.
I don't say it.
He's not. I'll tell you what, He's a bad dad. He's a bad dad. Is what he is.
Like my dad was.
Yeah, mine was a bad dad.
You know, and that's
Non-existent.
okay.
Mine was a non-existent.
That's okay
so.
because I guess I could be considered one too because I don't have my
Yeah.
kids.
No, that's not true.
Well, I mean, my
No,
dad at least had his
it's-
kids. I gave
My
my.
dad's not a bad dad. He was.
Your dad. You talked about your dad, and I know how special he is.
You love, and you love the way you can love,
Mhm.
and that is
Does
important.
everything I've said about my dad, I
And
would
when you
die for him.
mature, you
Absolutely.
you will know that. You will see it, and you will see every fault in them. And just like anybody that you love genuinely, you will love it even more.
Mhm.
And when I say love it even more, the fault in them.
Mhm.
You will love the faults
Mhm.
that they taught you,
Right.
that they showed you,
Mhm.
just as much as all of the other
What's
bones and greatest things that they have shot you, taught you. You will actually see that.
So what was weird though is I finally got this picture of my youngest son.
We got to get off.
We do, but
No, go
he
ahead.
looks exactly like my dad,
Really?
and he is fearless like my dad. So genes do, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Right.
That made
Audience,
my
we
week.
will continue this
Yes.
personal conversation
Yes.
between ourselves a little bit later.
Should we do it on the roof again?
But
Yeah.
yeah, maybe so.
See what
And
happens
this
maybe
time.
maybe another UAP will show up. Who knows? But I will wrap this up. This is the Other People's Show with Casey, Adam, and Lana.
Yes, it is. Please go to all the social
We
media.
love you.
We love
We
you for listening.
appreciate
Yeah,
you.
We really
absolutely.
do. And the numbers,
And-
the numbers are really going up. I checked the Spotify this week. We've had over 150 streams this week.
You know what? If I had one, I'd be happy.
And that's
because
just
we're
on-
talking to somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's just
that
on
might-
Spotify itself.
Wow.
Some new YouTube shows are up. There are
Yeah.
going to be some short films coming out. Hopefully, Casey will be involved in some short films that we do. Lana and I have
Very
one
behind the
that's coming out.
scenes, like I said, I have a face for radio.
Right, right.
Very, very soon we will be letting you call in to where we can talk
Yes.
to you
Yeah.
too.
Definitely.
We're looking at sponsorships, and I'll be working on that. So
Yeah.
we're building the program.
Yeah.
for sure.
So thank you all, everyone, and please go to the social media: Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Tomorrow's Steve's House of Rock on 92.5
I love
I
Steve.
love
WLSD, The Vault. Casey, Lana, audience, thank you all.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Have a good night.
Was that a good show?
I think it was. We went over a lot of serious topics, and we went. That shows that we can do comedy, and it shows we can do serious.
Good night, everyone.